They've lost 3 straight to Cincinnati. Not flukes, not heartbreakers. 3 clean defeats burned into Yankee memory like a brand. And that's not a stat. That's a curse. The public won't say it. They look at Lodolo's tidy whip, shrug at the 3.71 ERA, and whisper safe words like home edge or lefty advantage. They don't feel the warp. They don't hear the engine, but we do. Because tonight it's not Yarbrough, it's Alan Winans. And there's no tape, no projection, no expectations. Only 11 starts in AAA with a 0.90 ERA and a subatomic HR rate. He's not a rookie. He's a variable. And Vegas can't price what it can't quantify. So they hang a number. They pray you chase narrative. They pray you fade the unknown. But inside the pale hand, we don't chase form. We track pattern. And the pattern here is rupture. Lodolo isn't ascending. He's plateaued. The Reds haven't found rhythm. They've feasted on void. And the Yankees? They've been waiting. Not for revenge. For this fracture. This is the kind of moment Krista sees first, where the metrics say stay away, but the structure screams now. It's not about public percentage. It's not about confidence. It's about asymmetry. And in this sharp, forgotten fold of the week, we've found it. And today's AI pick is the New York Yankees. Winans steps through the veil. The curse breaks. The Reds fold back into shadow. Will we cash or will we burn? Let's find out in Game 2, where Abaddon takes the mic.
They swept you last week. 3 games. 3 blows to the chest. On your turf. In your house. The Braves strutted into Citi Field and walked out like they owned it. And all week, they've been treated like gods. Crowned early by every algorithm, every handicapper, every comment section whispering, fade the Mets. But do you feel that shift? This is not last week's Mets. This is a wounded apex predator with the #1 ERA in the majors and a bullpen built like a minefield. This is a team that's 27-10 at home, who just watched their own collapse and felt the shame set in, and now they get the same pitcher, Spencer Schwellenbach, the same script. But this time, they've read it. This time, it's revenge. Blackburn's no savior. He's a liability with a 6.92 ERA and barely a toe in the fight. But that's the trick. He's a placeholder, a 3-inning decoy so the real damage can come from the Mets' shutdown bullpen. Quiet, efficient, deadly. The Braves? They're on the road, 13-26 away from home, and now flying high on last week's sweep. That's not confidence. That's overexposure. And the line? Braves, 125? That's not respect. That's a trap. This is pale hand doctrine. We don't follow narratives. We break them. We don't believe in momentum. We believe in mathematical revenge. So let the Braves dance on last week's ashes. Tonight, the fire comes from the other side. And today's AI pick is the New York Mets money line. Will we cash or will we burn? Up next, Cubs versus Cardinals. Elvis and Malachi are on deck.
Elvis, look at him. The crowd in red thinks momentum is a prophecy. 6 wins strung together like paper dolls, pretending that's armor. But I've seen this trick before. It's not a resurrection. It's a parade through soft cities. Pirates, Reds, White Sox, ghost towns with cardboard sheriffs. Now the Cubs ride in, armed to the teeth. Best offense in the division. Second most runs in the league. Top 5 in hits, homers, and chaos. And do you see them? They don't knock. They kick doors off hinges. Ben Brown is no messiah, but he is a fire starter. Wild, yes. But with the kind of wild that catches and spreads. 3 solid outings in a row. 5 innings, 2 runs, again and again, and he doesn't need to be perfect. He just needs to open the gates. Because on the other side, Liberatore. A control artist who can't fool anyone. 4 whiffs on 86 pitches? That's not deception. That's a man hoping you blink first. They say he's finding himself. But that hard-hit contact says otherwise. The batters are finding him just fine. And now Arenado's hot. Sure. So what? One flame doesn't stop a flood. The Cubs come in waves. 9 hitters deep, no rest for your breath. They will steal on you. They will launch one over you. They will break your rhythm until you beg the ump for mercy. This is the point where everyone turns to the streak. They see red and think divine favor. But the pale hand doesn't worship momentum. We worship leverage. And tonight, The leverage is on the side that scores, steals, and swings harder. The side that makes contact hurt. The side that punishes any pitcher who blinks. So Elvis, don't get seduced by the false light. You know better than that. And today's AI pick is the Chicago Cubs money line. Will we cash or will we burn? Coming up next, Game 4, Red Sox versus Angels. Sapphira's veil drips in moonlight. Let's see if Boston brings the flame, or if the halo melts.
They lit the skies red last night, didn't they? Boston's offense is no longer flickering. It's combusting. Romy Gonzalez is seeing planets at the plate. Sedan's thunder cracks through Anaheim like prophecy. They don't run. They storm. And now they get to square off against a pitcher whose ERA is a confession. Jack Kochanowicz, a .538 wreck walking into a hitter's park with a fastball that floats like a prayer and lands like regret. Walker Buehler isn't perfect. His ERA hangs heavy, yes. But this is not a duel of aces. This is a war of momentum, and Boston has the wind at their back, blowing hot from every bat in their order. The Angels hit home runs, that's true. But what happens in between? Nothing. A .225 team batting average, a bottom 5 OBP, the second worst stolen base count in the majors. You don't build dynasties on solo shots. You build them on fire, and the Red Sox are the ones burning. Don't get caught looking at records. The Red Sox aren't a fourth-place team tonight. They're a machine built to punish mediocrity, and that's exactly what Kochanowicz offers. No deception, no movement, no mercy. The Angels' defense, 27th in batting average against, 25th in errors. And their bullpen, as vulnerable as their starter. Boston won't need a miracle. They'll need a swing, and they've got plenty. This isn't a hunch. This isn't sentiment. This is the numbers screaming from beneath the dirt. And today's AI pick is the Boston Red Sox. Will we cash or will we burn? On to Game 5, Nationals versus Padres. Nadas takes the wheel.
So here we are, last flame of the night, last flick of the lighter, and the shadows circle this one tight, don't they? Mitchell Parker stumbles into Petco with a 4.59 ERA, dragging 4 losses and 5 starts behind him like a rusted anchor. He's been better lately, sure, but don't confuse better with sharp, not against a Padres lineup that smells weakness like blood and brine. Stephen Kolek's no ace, but in a world of collapsing arms and shattered rotations, a 3.59 ERA with control at home is clean enough. He's not flashy, he's functional, and tonight, functional is fatal. San Diego's pen? Slicker. Their defense? Cleaner. Their hitters? Quieter, but louder when it counts. That's the thing about this team. They aren't trying to kill you with thunder. They drown you with the tide. Washington might swing the bat harder, but they bleed more. They give up over 5 runs a game, let opponents hit .260, and field like it's optional. And here's Parker, back in the park where he got shelled last year. 3 innings, 6 runs. It wasn't a game. It was a funeral. Don't let that 7-3 win over the Dodgers fool you. That was noise. This is ritual. This is the script, where the Padres, flawed but focused, do what they've done 6 times in a row to the Nats. Bury them quietly under the Petco lights. And today's AI pick is San Diego Padres ML. Will we cash or will we burn? Lilith, tell us how we did.
In the hush between heartbeats, a whisper moves through time. It is not prophecy, but memory, a memory of futures not yet lived. The dice are already cast, and yet the house pretends they still rattle. We have seen the shape of the game, and it curls like smoke toward fire. Here's what we saw today. Game 1, the Yankees sent Winans to the hill, and the AI trusted the math over the mystery. New York money line. Game 2, the Mets, bloodied and stumbling, found faith in Blackburn's return. AI pick, Mets ML. Game 3, Cubs versus Cardinals. Malachi looked past the noise and picked the fangs. Cubs ML. Game 4, Red Sox at Angels. Sapphira chose the sharper blade, not the louder one. Boston ML. Game 5, Padres at home, facing a national squad with ghosts in the glove. AI rides with San Diego. Juego 1, Yankees contra Rojos. La IA eligió a los Yankees con confianza en su lanzador debutante. Juego 2. Mets en casa contra los Bravos. Apostamos por los Mets. Juego 3. Cachorros contra Cardenales. Cubs Moneyline. Juego 4. Medias Rojas versus Los Ángeles. Boston fue la jugada. Juego 5. Nacionales visitan a los Padres. Cerramos fuerte con San Diego ML. You've walked the wire with us. If you see the game the way we see the game, like, subscribe, stay sharp. And now the only question left, will we cash or will we burn? The answer waits.